Hey guys, Roberto here, and today I wanted to make a little short vlog because today is my first day being 15 years old, and I also got a really awesome shelf. So if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, well, I posted a picture a few hours ago saying that I completed my Time Force 5-inch action figure collection. Yes, that is true. I did complete the Time Force Rangers, and I'm really happy right now. You can see my face right now. Yeah, I'm a little tired too because I did a lot of stuff today. It actually took a long ass time to find a shelf like this. And I'll give you guys the full story right now. So this is my living room right now. I'm not going to show you the whole living room because there's no point to doing that. But my mom has this thing right here. So the TV is there. And as you guys see, it's black. It's mainly black. And the shelf that I got is black. And the reason why I wanted it to match was so it wouldn't look ugly in the living room. I mean, if this was like a different color or some wacky ass color, it just wouldn't look good, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. And yeah, so I went to the flea market and I looked around everywhere. It was mostly just used shelves by people from like the 80s and 90s and stuff. But I finally, when I was about to leave, I see this guy that has like all these shelves and all this stuff, and they're like brand new, packaged and everything. And this one's outside, and I see this one, and I'm just like, holy shit, I found it, and I got excited as hell, and I told my mom, yo, like this is the one I want, let's buy it. And I brought it home, and I was able to put all my toys in it, and I'll show you guys that right now. But yeah, that was the story of how I got my awesome shelf for my Power Ranger toys. As you see right here, most of the stuff is just mixed and matched. We got some random ass things everywhere. But my original plan was to have every single basic toy from every single season, the Megazord and the Rangers and Morpher. However, there's not enough space. I don't have all the toys. And yeah, what I actually wanted to do was put Megaforce, Gokaiger. You guys know how the things go. I collect based on Sentai, since Sentai, I get everything from Sentai and Power Rangers and stuff. But what I wanted to do was just put every single toy line from the 2010s. And sadly, I don't have the Gosei Great Megazord. I don't have the Go Buster, or I don't have Tokyo. Hopefully I'm gonna get those guys later this year, but yeah, so since I don't have those guys and I can't really do what I wanted to do, I decided to just fill the whole thing up with Dino Charge for the first two shelves. You see right here, the first on top, which is the biggest one, I put all the main Dino Charge stuff. On the second one, I put the action figures, which is the villains right here, and then some of the Rangers. I do need to get more Dino Steel Rangers. I only have red and pink right now, but hopefully I'll get the other ones. And a coincidence, today my best friend, one of my best friends actually, she got me the remaining last two Time Force Rangers I needed. So thanks to her, thank you so much. I actually needed a green and Quantum, and I have these guys. So finally I complete my Time Force team. I'll tell you guys more about that later. And down here is just the 2010 teams, like the Go Sager, which is Megaforce, Go Kaiger, Super Megaforce, Go Buster. I don't have Blue Buster and Beat Buster and those other guys. Hopefully I'm gonna get those vinyl figures soon. I'll try to find them on Amazon. And then I have the Tokyuters here. Ninja I have on some other place. I don't know where I put them. And then down here I have the Dino Charge Morphers, and in the Dino Drive figures, some Legends Udenji back there, and then the Dino Com. Yeah, it's sort of a really weird shelf with different things, but I really like how it turned out. Hopefully I can fill this one up with more stuff. I just put them there, Time Force Rangers now, because they look really cool. And yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys the story of Time Force Rangers in a few minutes. But yeah, it's really weird, and I really like it. I've been hyping you guys up about that whole Time Force thing, and let me tell you guys off how I got into Sentai. I got into Sentai around October 2012, and actually August 2012 was when I got back into Power Rangers, because one of my neighbors had a Netflix and they let me borrow the Netflix account. So I'm just like, scrolling through the place, and I see Power Rangers Wild Force. And when I used to live in Cuba, Power Rangers Wild Force used to air, and it was dubbed in Spanish. And I remember watching the show, and for a little bit of nostalgia, I watched the show, and I remember everything. I remember the little tune that they would make when the Zords were summoned, the Wild Force Morphin. They were all like turned into phones, something like that. I thought they transformed into the phones for a few seconds. I don't know. It really gave me nostalgia and just the chills. And I'm like, you know what? I really like Power Rangers, like the action. And I decided to just, watch Power Rangers again. Let me just see like how Power Rangers started, and how the first season was, since Wild Force is the 10th one. And I started Mighty Morphin, and that's how I got hooked on Power Rangers, and that's how I've been collecting Power Rangers to this day. Now, I was a little curious one time in October, I think, and I just started going through Power Rangers and stuff. And I found the Japanese version of Mystic Force, Magi Ranger. And I'm like, what the hell is this? So I just watched the first episode of Ranger, and then I'm like, so there's a Japanese version of Power Rangers, and then I just keep exploring more and more deep, and I see the pre-Jew Rangers, the Rangers before the Jew Rangers, which were adapted into Mighty Morphin, and I'm like, who are these guys? Like, these guys look strange as hell, and like they look like all weird and stuff. You know how the Showa Sentai teams, like they look really weird with the suits and all. And yeah, so I was hooked on Sentai, and then the first Sentai I watched after Mighty Ranger was Timeranger, and Timeranger was OG. Like, I watched that out of order, all the episodes, because they were hard to find subbed. Now I have all the episodes subbed on my computer now, but it was really hard to find it back then, so I just watched them out of order. But the show was so good, and I just loved Timeranger. It's one of my favorite Sentais to this day. After watching a few episodes of Timeranger, I'm like, you know what? I need to get the action figures for these guys. And all of 5th grade was just me trying to find a Time Force Morpher, a Time Force figure. And it wasn't until 6th grade when my girlfriend got me the Red Time Force Ranger, the fall version, which is like he has some little lever on the back and stuff. You can pull it. I'll show you guys right now. And yeah, and then slowly I started getting more Time Force Rangers, and I stopped getting them around the end of 6th grade. The last one I got was pink, and I still needed green and quantum. And it took me 3 years to get that. It took me all 7th grade and most, like, I'm in 8th grade right now. And yeah, in like the middle of 8th grade, like I think last month, I was just like, I was talking to my friend. My friend was like, you know, like what are your New Year's what are your goals for 2016? And I tell you, you know what, like I really want to complete my favorite Power Ranger team. Like, it's been taking me like years now. And she's like, you know what, I'll help you on that. And she got me Quantum and Green, and I was so excited. I got them today, and I gave her a biggest hug of life. I'm like, you know, I love you. Like, thank you so much. And yeah, and then I realized that I don't have the Time Force Morpher yet. And the Time Force Morpher is very hard to find. It's really pricey. But hopefully I'll get that soon. I really want a Time Force Morpher. It's, you know, one of my favorite Morphers of all time. Everything Time Force related, I love it. And yeah, so let me show you the action figures. One little note about these guys is that they're the fall versions of the Time Force Power Rangers. The spring version, which came out in spring 2001, were like the ones that you press like a button in the back and their head would light up. I have two of those. I have the red and pink ones. I never got the rest of the team because those are the hard to find figures. And these figures were a little easier. So as I said, they're really good condition actually. I really like how they look. They look brand new from like a far view, but if you get close, they do look a little bit used. See right there's some paint and stuff. Yellow's helmet's a little messed up, but you know, it doesn't bother me. I'm just really excited to have the Time Force team. And I said before, I'm not going to move these guys because it took me a while to get into this position, but in the back there's some sort of lever or something that you pull down, and they each have different action features. The only weapon I have is Red's, and that's it. All the other ones came without their weapons. They were used, obviously, so yeah. But they still look really cool. The articulation is a little bit limited, but yeah, you know, just the thought of having the Time Force Rangers, the team, is just really awesome. So it doesn't bother me at all. And maybe, hopefully, one day I'll try to find the spring versions, which have the lighting up head and stuff. I'll see about that, but they're really hard to find. But my main goal right now is to get the Time Force Chronomorpher. And so, guys, that was my new Power Ranger shelf I got today. I'm really excited. I love how it looks. It's probably going to change throughout the year because, you know, I'm not going to keep this type of stuff the year. I might take out the Time Force Rangers when I get bored of them and put them back in the box or store them or something and put some more stuff there. And also I'm going to be buying more Power Ranger toys over the year, so I'm going to be replacing and taking out and putting back stuff, so yeah. But that was my new Power Ranger shelf and my history about Timeranger and Time Force Sound. It's one of my favorite seasons. And yeah, and I'm just really excited to have these. I have these guys, like the 6, it just gave me the chills when I was able to put them all together and stuff and took pictures. It's just really amazing. But yeah, I have a lot more reviews coming on the way. I have the Ankylosaur review, the Spinosaur review, which I'm going to do an awesome little mini movie before the review, you know, at the intro, like I did with the Plazio Charge Megazord, which is right here. And yeah, so thanks for watching, guys, from Roberto from RangerMania, signing out.